is the time.
Forever? Tangent. Old.
Halt.
Hashtag always MGM.
You are approaching the unloading area.
Calm down. AK haters.
But what if it could?
Behold the majesty of the Sistine ceiling.
For the kids.
A salute to all theme parks, but mostly Walt Disney World.
What a cute ending.
Aloha and
Don't Dillo it.
This is Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I am Frank, and we are here on a dark and stormy, rainy night here in New York. It's Monday evening, July the 14th. But if you're listening in the audio feed, it is July 17th, 2025. It is officially Disneyland's 70th birthday today.
Happy birthday, Disneyland. It coincides with your 50th birthday this year.
Right in line with that. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah, no problem.
But a couple of things quickly. One, I keep dreaming about Disneyland.
Oh.
And I'm like, do I have to go back to Disneyland? How am I going to make that happen? So that's one.
Yeah.
Two, I mean, it has a lot to do with the FOMO last week. So we'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
Two, we're here at dillosdizresort.com. Our resort guests are in the chat. There may be an emergency Petals session that happens at the tail end of this podcast episode that we would include in the recording. So stand by for more details there. And then when Frank is 70, Disneyland will be 90. So would I make it to Disney? I would have to be 80 to make it to Disneyland's 100. Is that goals?
I guess so. I'm having an anxiety attack about all of it. So maybe, I don't know. I guess it's goals.
Thanks, Jeffers, for pointing that out in the chat. So we're here at the resort. There may be a pedal session attached at the tail end of this podcast episode. And the last thing I will say here, and then maybe including here, is that I think I have a feeling Jen is going to be in Disneyland soon. And I'll explain why in the hook of this episode, because something we have not talked about in the several weeks leading up to today's episode, even though it's after the fact, is this.
Extra breaking news.
turn that kid around.
It's been a while since we used that because when breaking news happens, Jen doesn't talk about it. She's already been to Walt Disney World and back.
It's true. All of it.
Jen was in Walt Disney World last week, the week of July 7th.
Yeah.
And for several days. So for the next several episodes, like we do, we will be discussing Jen's time in the parks, and we'll get into the whole deal there. Jen, was it the final week of June that this was determined? You had 2 weeks notice. I mean, you had a fallback resort reservation for a while, yes?
Yes, a bounce back, as they call it. You don't even know what it's called. You don't even know where to find it. You don't know what it's called, a fallback. It's a bounce back, for goodness sakes.
I don't understand it, no.
Yes, I had the bounce back. Let me just hold this, because I thought the 11-year-old was going to go, I want to go to Disney around my birthday. And we were like, cool, we're just going to hold All-Star Sports in July, though, once school is over and all the things. And then Disney Plus was like, hey, what about this hotel deal? Certain resorts starting at $99. I'm like, well, that's got to be an all-star. That's not Beach Club starting at $99. That's got to be all-star.
What is this, a cast member rate in 1996? No.
So I think I had to tweak the dates slightly, maybe just by like a day or two in order to get the 99. I'm like, well, now we'll hold this. And then they put out the $89 3-day 3-park deal that does not include Magic Kingdom. And then I cross-referenced that with the tip I received to become an AARP member.
Mhm.
Look at those ticket deals. And so I'm doing I have to work the Disney math in
You must.
order to do these things.
In this day and age, you must do the Disney math like extra. You got to stay for extra help.
Exactly. Doing all the tweaking and then still going, when can we cancel? How long do we have until we cancel? What is that? And the kids finish school on June 27th. I think it was probably that last week that we were like, okay, I guess we'll go. We'll go. We'll do it. It's fine. But then we were like, but we're not telling them yet because my children are not the typical children at the end of a school year. They're not excited when they walk out of school. They are sad. There's a lot of emotions in the days following. And I'm like, we got to ride that out a little bit. This might push them over the edge and there'll be too many things. So we waited. I think they had like 5 days notice that we were going. So, yeah.
I mean, there's a couple things here that Dr. Troy from the Disney Assembled podcast here with the AARP tips. Of course, we should shout him out, but also he's getting excited for Jen in Disneyland. Not so fast, and I'll explain why.
Yeah, because Troy, I'm just as surprised as you are by that statement. So I don't know what's happening, according to Frank.
This is the second time in out of the last 4 times you've been to the park, because you did do that 24-hour jelly rolls situation. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when we did the meetup last September of 24, and this trip we did as we did in September there, the 3-day 3-park Magic Kingdom not included deal.
Yeah,
which is very effective.
Yes, it gets you.
Yeah, it's a hook.
Yeah.
But then you don't go to the Magic Kingdom, right? Now we went to Not So Scary.
Yeah.
And you had been with the kids in August before we went on the cruise here. By the way, that's 5 times Jen has been in Walt Disney World. And where's her annual pass, by God?
I did get asked that question on this trip. We'll get to that eventually. But someone did say, are you still not getting an annual pass? You're going multiple times a year at this point. And I didn't really think about it. But I was like, but it's all these deals that are getting me. So it's not, it's making it all work.
The second half of this podcast with the Petals session will be related to the holiday parties that were announced last week. But my point in all of this is, if Jen keeps not going to the Magic Kingdom on a regular park day, she might as well just go to Disneyland the next time she's in any sort of Fantasyland, Adventureland, Frontierland, Tomorrowland situation.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because I know back in January you had said, like, did the kids care that we didn't go to Magic Kingdom? And I said no. And that was a shorter trip. That was, what was that, like 3 or 4 nights, but we only did 2 parks and we had picked one and they had picked one and we just went with that. And they didn't seem to miss it. This time they were like, can we go on this ride? No, that's a Magic Kingdom. Oh, can we? Man, how come we're not going to Magic Kingdom? I was like, man, we can't do this every time. Like, next time, maybe we'll only go to Magic Kingdom. They're like, wait, what? No, not only Magic Kingdom. I'm like, well, they're like, what about these kids? What about Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios? We don't have to go to Animal Kingdom. I was like, well, but I mean, we'll play it out. But I do think they were missing it a little bit more this time. I did remind them, the 8-year-old asked once we were home, like, when's the last time we went? And I said, it hasn't even been a year because it was last August that you guys were there when you went on Tiana's and all the things. And she was like, oh, yeah. But, next time we'll do it.
Next time. Yeah, so that's what I think about this. I'm like, she must be getting closer to Disneyland because she doesn't go to the Magic Kingdom on a regular park day anymore.
Listen, as I check the flights and I do all the math, I go, what if we went to Disneyland? How could we? Are there good deals out there? And I do the math out there too. But
they just did a today on the Monday here. I just saw again. I think my algorithms know what I'm dreaming about, and they just show me all the Disneyland deals. And I think there's like a 4-day, $100 a day,
yes.
1 park. Like you can't hop.
Yeah,
$100 a day as long as you buy it for 4 days. What? Like,
yeah.
I
It's
would
pretty good.
take that deal.
For
But
sure.
then
What kills it are the flights. The flights
flight,
always kill it to go, well, man, never mind.
the flights to LA. You flew in and out of Tampa this time.
In and out of Tampa on Delta.
Mhm.
Double whammy of difference and change for
Yeah.
me. I haven't flown beside my debacle with the Frontier last year. I haven't
Mhm.
flown on something other than JetBlue in a very long time. And so this was a lot of change for me. Again, checking the flights and seeing what works.
Was that a Capital One situation? We're just going to promote all the brands here today,
All the
or was that
brands.
yeah?
No, that was Mr. Dillo. I think is got it on Google Flights that it
Mm.
popped up because we
Well,
were also like, well, it is summer. We could drive. We have friends along the way that we could see. And we played
yeah.
that out too. And um, so we were playing out all the scenarios until we saw that. So.
Another shocking here in the first part. Before I get to the shock, in the first part of this trip report, who knows how many episodes it will go for, because we
Hard
have
to
the
say.
entire summer, everyone. Uh, it is that is this 2025 the first calendar year in the history of your life that you've been to both water parks?
Oh, I
Maybe.
think so. I think so.
Is it
Because
possible 95 was both? Yeah, you know what? 95 was both, right? Because we have Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon when our friend's father
right.
ran through them. So actually,
So it's
first time
been
in
30
30 years.
years.
30
It's
years.
30 years. Yeah. Did I see that coming in 2024? No, I
No,
didn't see that coming.
not on the bingo card.
No, absolutely not.
I,
Um,
I think not talked about a lot is this deal of the day you arrive, you get into a water park for free. I feel like people aren't talking about that enough.
yeah, and I feel like they need to keep it going, and I wonder if they will, and I wonder if the juice has been worth the squeeze for them. Of like, are they getting enough revenue from the food and people renting cabanas
Mhm.
and renting lockers and whatever else? You're still spending money when you're there,
Right.
but to get in for free, and there's someone in the chat here who had a split stay during this same week,
Mhm.
and I was wondering in that moment, like, if you do a split stay, do you get double water park potentially?
Oh.
And since we are connected in the app, I did notice this person had a water park ticket for their second check-in, and I'm like,
Oh.
oh, well, that's interesting. Because could you go to both water parks if you stayed in two hotels in one trip for
Yeah.
free?
Well, that certain person who will be nameless here for the time being. Was that two separate reservations or one? Like, how
Two
does that work?
separate, I think
Yeah.
this person could confirm if they so choose. I believe it was two separate reservations, though, one for each hotel. So it
Mm,
was two check-ins.
right.
Um, so that's also interesting, but this person did not utilize the water park
Uh-huh.
features. Now, and that's it too, because I also think I'm sure people are utilizing it. I also feel like if your flight is coming in later in the day, you're like, am I
Yeah.
really gonna go? I also feel like if you took a night flight, do you just stay by the airport for the night? The next day, as you're checking in, you go to the water park and then you check.
Right.
You could maybe make it work. But I appreciate that I got to go to both and see them both when I hadn't in. Uh, I'm 30 years ish since I've been to both in the same year, but it is, I don't know, it has been probably over 20 since I have been in either of them. So yeah.
Yeah. So in March, you popped into Blizzard Beach by yourself
Yeah.
because I was coming up with up the coast there with Theme Park Rob
Yes.
from Port St. Lucie and a Met spring training game. So you kind of did a little walk around there, a little lazy river ski lots experience, and then this time Typhoon Lagoon with the family. Before I forget, because I know I said like 1, 2, and I had 3 things, and I'm coming back to that number 3 in a second,
Okay.
but for November, we're going to get to in a little bit here. Are we going to a water park, you and I, at the beginning of this meetup?
I mean, it depends how cold it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Yeah,
one of
I
those.
can't freeze at the
I'm
water
gonna
park.
need one of those like the shirts with the UV protection because I'm not going on. I'm not doing content.
With
Like I'm like
the
a 20-year-old. I'm not going on Summit Plummet. I don't know.
Mr. Sanillo is big on the UV shirts. You know,
Yeah,
we're all about protecting our skin. We're old, all of
yeah.
us, and you know, we have to protect our skin as best we can.
That's what they're called, the UV shirts.
I don't know. I think so. I always look them up for the kids, and I look up swim shirts, but then I see like rash guard shirts. I see UV protection. I don't know what the official name is, but no.
Lewis is mad that we're making plans. Lewis, listen, I'm saying I haven't gotten to take advantage of these water parks in 2025. I got to do it one time. So we're talking about a water park for free on your first day right now. I got to do it.
And everyone can go. Why not? Everyone's welcome.
I mean, yeah.
Everyone.
If you're checking in that day.
Yeah. Nate is already asking if we're going to Disney Animal Kingdom Christmas. Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Animal Kingdom is on the docket today. We have some time allotted.
Yeah, there's a little bit of time before Frank has made the second half of this podcast all about.
Right, let's move away from the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
So Typhoon Lagoon, and then I'm gonna do my little tangent in the middle. That was my number 3. So let's talk about Typhoon Lagoon first, because I'm all over the map here. Because you didn't plan. There's no plans here. I didn't even know we'd be doing trip reports in July.
Who knew? Who knew? But here we are. We had a whole other plan for the summer. That's the fall plan now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could do that. Okay, so Typhoon Lagoon. So yeah, I wasn't sure how it would go. I didn't know what the kids would think of it. I didn't know if they would like it or be into it. And I was like, whatever. If we go for an hour, like again, it's free. Why are we not utilizing a Disney park for free just because we can? Like, I don't know if that's going to happen again, but I do think it should be continued. So we went and we drove from Tampa directly to Typhoon Lagoon. We got a locker, all the stuff, so we just changed there. And, you know, we passed by the wave pool and we're like, well, we could just, because the 8-year-old was very much like, where can I swim? And we're like, well, there's not like a pool to swim in, but you know, if we go to the wave pool, like we can kind of stay in the shallow end. And then they heard the that happens about every 30 seconds before the big wave comes. And they're like, what's that? And then they look and they just hear people screaming and they're like, we're not doing that. Absolutely not. What do you mean? We're not even we're like, we could just go, we'll go closer to it. They're like, no. So instead we started at the lazy river, and which at first I don't remember who wanted to go and who did not, but they were like, I don't know, should we do that first? I don't know. And they both love the lazy river. And we, under the waterfall portion, the 11-year-old has now, I mentioned this in the car. Frank was kind enough to pick us up from a late night flight last night in the airport, at the airport. And I mentioned that the 11-year-old, in his loopiness of being way too tired, was exaggerating stories in a similar fashion of Papa Dillo. So this story has been exaggerated a bit, that under the waterfall, Mr. Snidillo basically held him there but really he was trying not to lose him under the waterfall, but he ended up just getting like pounded with it. But anyway, but still enjoyed it and loved it. So yeah, we did the lazy river first. And, you know, I think my kids enjoy being prepared for things a lot of times, but sometimes it probably helps to not, because then we went over to the family raft ride and the 8-year-old was like, what is this? And we're like, no, it'll be fine. We just all sit in a raft. You're not even like strapped in. It's not like a roller coaster or anything. It doesn't go fast. It's fine. She's like, I don't think I want to. I don't want to. We're like, well, just try it out. Look, the line is short. It's fine. And as we're watching it go up, we're like, oh God, I really hope it's okay. It's not crazy. And it was not. And you literally just sit there, and it's, you know, a big slide for the raft, and it's a family raft. And we did that 3 times.
Nice.
So in a row, right? Yes, 3 times in a row. To which I was like, okay, I think I'm all set with the ups and downs in a water attraction. Thank you. And then I think we
Jen's
stopped.
ready for Velocicoaster now after 3 minutes.
Absolutely not. As I there was one part where I don't know which seat I was in, where I just felt like I was up on the slide more, going, I don't think I feel right. I don't think this is ridiculous. Yeah. So and then I think we had some lunch, and then we did. Oh, so no, maybe it was 2 times. We had some lunch. Then we did another lazy river and another family raft ride, and then went to the wave pool as we're walking out.
Mm-hmm.
And the 11-year-old was like, I wanna like go in. I wanna go closer. So him and Mr. Snidillo went up a little further. We stayed back. And Mr. Snidillo just like held on to him. But he said, so many people are getting knocked over because they're like trying to fight it. And if you just ride the wave.
Right.
But then the 11-year-old was like, I want to stay here for the rest of the day. What are we doing? Why would we leave this? And absolutely loved it, of course. And then, so I think we were in Typhoon Lagoon for 3 hours, probably. We did not do any massive big slides, but it was also like a good introduction. They haven't been to a water park yet. So it was like a good introduction. It was good that we're like, see, when you try new things, yay. And all of that. But I think it's a nice little perk to have. And for me, I feel like we stayed there longer than I was expecting because I wasn't sure how it would all go. But
well, first of all, Lexi is out there on the east end of Long Island. Are you going out to Riverhead and a little splish splash now because of that? What's that
I know, right? I was thinking that as I said, I was like, oh, that's probably bad that we haven't gone out to Splish Splash. Me and Lexi have a lot of dates to make. It's already halfway through July, and we have a lot of walking to do. So maybe over to Splish Splash.
And 3 hours, and I mean, it's not when it's at your leisure. It's you're not crunched to like make every dollar count, things like that. I mean, that's totally worth it. Walking around Blizzard Beach, walking around Typhoon Lagoon, do you have a preference at this point? And I mean, I know one is probably has a little more weight to it, but
in fairness, in March, Blizzard Beach was the only water park available. You could not go to Typhoon Lagoon. And I remember saying, I feel like they should open both at the same time because the parking is crazy. And I felt like it was way too crowded. Like every chair was taken. The lazy river was you're just squished in people the whole time. It's not ebbing and flowing at all. And it just felt too crowded that day. It was also a warmer day in March, one of the first hotter days, I think. So that probably played into it a bit as well. But this time, both water parks were open. You could go to either one of them. And that might help with the crowd as well. But I didn't feel like it was too crowded or too overwhelming. It didn't feel as crazy. And I don't know. I think I liked the vibe of Typhoon Lagoon a little bit more. But again, it could be the crowds too, like because it didn't feel like that, and we felt like we could walk around and take our time, and there weren't long lines for things, and things weren't too crazy. So it didn't feel as I don't know what word I want to use. We'll just go with not as crowded to keep it nice. But yeah, so I think as of right now, I would prefer Typhoon Lagoon, but I would be interested to see like how is Blizzard Beach right now that with both being open.
Dr. Val raising a good point here that I don't know if Disney wants this or doesn't want this. We actually forgot we could do that on the first day, go to a water park for free. Does Disney want that and like, okay, or do they not want that? Is that why they don't talk about it too much? It doesn't make any, it's not in all the things that we talk about in the marketing and the whole thing. It's one, I'm like, I don't quite understand why they're not pushing like, don't forget to book a morning flight so that you can enjoy a day in the water park.
Yeah, for sure.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
We have about 20 minutes here until our invited guests attend an emergency Petals session. We'll drop the link in the Discord so that people can log in. That gives us a little bit of time to talk about the animal kingdom. Shocker. But first, we mentioned Disneyland at the top of this podcast. I'm dreaming about it. I think Jen's going to go there because she doesn't go to a Magic Kingdom on a regular park day anymore. Did you watch the Walt animatronic?
I did before this because you had texted me about it. I did not see it on my own. That's a crazy animatronic.
I watched the animatronic before I went to social media. And I was very excited for the animatronic. I was like, it's so cool. The animatronic is cool. Look how it moves. It's so cool. Look at what they've done.
I'm like, he was leaning on the desk and now he's standing up. Look, his arm is bent and now it's in front of him. Like, I'm just looking.
And then I went to social media.
Well, that ruins everything.
And I'm like, I don't know what to think. I mean, that's like one of the gifts I posted. I was like, I don't know what to think. What am I? Listen, could he use some manscaping on the eyebrows? Sure. That's my only beef.
All right. What is the back and forth people are having?
I think just the look. They don't think it looks like the how the face is proportioned. I think there's a neck situation that some people don't like. I think they just don't think it looks like his face. And I'm under the impression of like, are we just basing this on the 1960s poor quality film footage we have available and the wonderful world of color? And like, has anybody seen him walking around? Like
Right.
I don't know how you can really judge based on the limited film footage that we've seen over the years.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw him, I'm not like, wow, that he looks exactly like Walt, but it's still very impressive.
It's so cool. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a little bummed I didn't have great moments with Mr. Lincoln when I went to Disneyland in February, but for this, I mean, Troy's going to be there in a couple of weeks. What's the countdown there? Troy. So hopefully he'll get a bird's eye view of this. As Ryan mentions here in the chat, Disney fans are like Star Wars fans, which are like wrestling fans, which are like Mets fans.
Yeah.
Sorry, I added those last two here to your comment, Ryan. Nothing is ever good enough.
Seriously. I can't.
Easier to make complaints than find joy.
Correct. Same reason why Disney adults get so much hate. Don't get me started, Lexi.
Jen's first day of this trip, again, it's a 3-day, 3-park, 1 park per day, started in the Animal Kingdom, which I also think is like, if you're not doing a park day on your leaving day, and let the first day be your Animal Kingdom day. Can you with the Animal Kingdom? I want you to take me through what your intentions were, because I know I made a joke, because we always joke about how little time you spend in the park, or I spend in the park. Just not gonna throw you under the bus there. The one thing that I really wanted to mention that day was we were going to spend some time, but a lot of time was going to be on one particular element of Animal Kingdom. Do you recall what I said?
No.
Oh, we were going to take 20 minutes here to talk about Animal Kingdom. 17 minutes would be about Starbucks.
Oh yeah. Literally, so I have notes of everything I did in every park, because I would never remember as we were recapping. Literally, the first thing on my Animal Kingdom day is Starbucks right here. So that's number 1 on the list. Yeah. So in my other July trips I've done, which was 21 and 22, we started our trips with Animal Kingdom, and I do believe those 2 years were 4-day 4-park passes. Or at least one was. I don't remember. But so I feel like it's a good little like, let's ease into Disney. You take your time. You spend a little bit of time. You check into the hotel. It's a whole thing. So, this time, having already checked in and then starting, but we knew that we would be doing the water park and we wanted to try for that. And we had the time allotted for the other parks. So we went with Animal Kingdom first. And I think there were some goals before going. One was to try to see the Lion King show because I had not seen that before. And anytime we had tried 2 other times, it was already a little late in the day. And because of that, the line was really long. And then it'd be like, oh, this is cut off. You would have to come back for the next show. And it's like, oh, well, we're not going to
that
do
1:30 show, you're out. Like, I can't stay to 2:30. Sorry.
No, absolutely. What, 2:30? No way. So that was one. And then the same day we told the kids, we mentioned how we were going to Animal Kingdom. And we were like, hey, would you guys go on Flight of Passage? And we showed them a video of it. And we were like, it's kind of like being on Soarin' with like a little mix of not as rough as Star Tours, but you kind of feel like you're moving, but you're stationary and all this kind of stuff. And so they're watching it and they're like, "No, we would go on this." I'm like, "Oh, well, this is intriguing." So now I was like, "Wow, 2 new things on this trip."
Wow,
big. So that was the goal. We were able to get the DOS pass again for this trip, so that I will say helped with our planning of our days as well. And so when we Starbucks, as you mentioned, these kids, because in 2021 I went alone to Flight of Passage because Mr. Dillo had already been on it with a work trip. So he was like, you go. And he took the kids into the park and they went to like the dino area and all the things. But they also stopped at Starbucks. They know we have Starbucks here. They ask for it here. The 8-year-old for her birthday wanted dinner at Starbucks, for goodness sakes. So like they know. But they're like, oh, we're going to Animal Kingdom? Well, we have to go to Starbucks. It's like, no, we don't have to go to Starbucks.
We must. We must go to Starbucks.
We did it one time in 2021. We have to do it again.
That's it.
So we went to Starbucks when we first got there as like our picking up breakfast type stuff. So we did that. And we put in the DOS for Flight of Passage, which works as like you get a return time and all of that. So we did Starbucks, and then we were able to walk over to Flight of Passage, got on that. I will say, when I looked over at the kids during it, because as we were getting closer, the 8-year-old was getting a little more nervous, like, feels intense around these parts. What's actually going to happen? And then once we were like kind of locked in, they were like, I don't know about this. We like this. The 11-year-old, I did look at him during the ride, and he had a smile on his face. I was like, okay, he's into it. The 8-year-old was side-eyeing me. I was like, not so much with her. Now, there was one part, because I was like, okay, I haven't been on since 2021. I don't know how my head's going to be on this one.
Right. Yeah.
So I was trying to keep it also like pretty.
There's no time for side-eyeing on Flight of Passage.
No. So there was one part, though, where I was like, boop, time to close the eyes. Because I was like, what are we just spinning? Are we just spinning upside down? What's happening here? Because I'm just going to keep my eyes closed. So we got off of it. And both of them, the 8-year-old was like, nope, I don't like it. And the 11-year-old was like, eh. And I was like, what do you mean, eh? I saw you. You had a smile on your face. He's like, I don't like how you're locked in. I feel like I can't move. I'm like, and so the 8-year-old was like, I don't like it. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I'm like, you could breathe. What? So they both did not like that aspect. But the 11-year-old did like the ride a little bit more. I had said leading up to it, because we had seen How to Train Your Dragon in the theater. So I was like, I feel like this ride could be a How to Train Your Dragon ride if it was Disney, whatever. Right. So I brought that up again, and the 11-year-old was like, oh, yeah, that definitely could be. Now, the 8-year-old also hates Tiana's because of the drop. And when I asked her, would you rather do that or Flight of Passage? She did pick Flight of Passage, but
that's wild. Yeah, I mean, especially that they like Soarin' and Star Tours so much.
Yes.
That, I guess it's surprising, but I get like the angle is different. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. They both use the words intense at times, but was like, it sounds so fun. Like, because I forgot kind of parts of it, and I was like, oh, I hope nothing like jumps out. I can't remember, but it was fine.
Well, and I said on the car ride home last night, I said, the first time for me, I thought it was intense myself for, different, like, just like you a little bit with the nausea, but also
Yeah.
I was 2021 and I was early flight straight into Animal Kingdom, had alcohol before I went to Flight of Passage, things like that. And thanks, Justin and Landon. I love that day in Animal Kingdom with you. But with each passing, ride that I've been on it now, it is, it becomes less so. So that's like part of it. I would not know God. I wouldn't not go on it. Because I love the storytelling of it, because I just love that it's a ride where like it's a well-made play, right? Well-made plays are should take place in 24 hours, and I feel like you get a nice 24-hour journey on Flight of Passage, and I think that's what actually makes it a great ride, because you get to live the day.
Yeah, for sure. Lexi's saying that Dillo DNA is strong. I mean, I felt that so much on this trip so many times. It was kind of crazy. And I had one more thing about Flight of Passage, but I don't know that I will remember it right now. That's fine. So they also wanted to do Navi, and so we had put in for the DOS for that, because I thought that would be a quick line, but it wasn't. And in the meantime, we were like, hey, in 10 minutes, Lion King is starting. Why don't we try to go over there real quick, see if the line isn't too bad? Yeah. And it was not. So we were able to get into Lion King show. So boom, starting the day at Animal Kingdom with new things. So very exciting. And have you seen the Lion King show? Did you get
It's been a long time. I saw it a long time ago, but not in the last 10 years, probably.
Yeah, it's adorable. I love the little circus mixed with, the entertainment and the singing and the music and all the things happening. Also, since the kids have Magic Band Pluses, there's the interacting with the Magic Bands, and they're lighting up and doing all the things.
Did you film content of that?
Of the Magic Bands?
Of the Lion King show?
Yes.
So I just read recently that the Green Army Man float from the Toy Story parade is in the Lion King show as the giraffe float, and I was like, and of course I'm asking you, but meanwhile I could go check any video out there in the world. But I'm like, is it? I need to see that, but you just reminded me of it. Right?
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, I didn't film the whole thing, but I think I have video of the floats. So
I'm sure I'll go through it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Val, for being proud for trying new things. This is, thick. So if you're going to close your eyes, what is the point, Lewis? Because then I won't feel as sick for that moment until my brain can readjust that I'm on a ride, and then I can enjoy the rest of the ride.
Pretty much.
But also for the kids, Lewis, the kids hadn't been on it yet. They're trying something new. That was very exciting. All right. So we did Lion King.
Then we'll be going on Tron and Velocicoaster someday with the kids.
Listen, I will not go on Velocicoaster. I'm not doing it.
The 9-year-old is ready. She's of the height. She's ready.
That makes me too nervous. Don't tell me about that. Just don't tell me when that happens. I saw most of it, Lewis. It was just this one part where I was like, I feel like we're spinning upside down. I don't know what's happening. And
are you in the trees? Are you swinging through the trees at some point?
I don't know. That's probably it's kind of like Tron, where they're just like, I don't remember. Guardians, I don't remember. I just closed my eyes quick, and I never opened them again. Yeah.
And if you're listening for the first time and you're going, why aren't you naming the attractions in Typhoon Lagoon or describing the scene by scene encounters of Flight of Passage? That's not who we are. We talk about it in our own way. We will call the Little Mermaid musical, Mermaid, Minute Maid, the whole thing.
That's right.
That's where you are.
Right. You're swinging through trees. I don't know. I'm spinning upside down. That's what we're saying. That's what's happening.
What's the name of the tree on the planet? I don't know.
All right. Next up, then we went over to Navi. Nice little boat ride. I feel like 2 days later, the 11-year-old was just randomly singing the song, just out, and getting louder and louder. I was like, what? Why is this sticking with you 2 days later? We had been on that before, though. Then we attempted Nomad. Now, it was 11:08. As we were approaching, and I see some people already seated, I'm like, ooh, it opens at 10:30, I think. I feel like we learned this last time. But it should still be fine. No, the wait was going to be like 45 minutes. I was like, 45 minutes for Nomad? That's not what we do here. We walk right up to it and get seated immediately. What do you mean? So we were like, well, I don't think we're doing that. So then we were like, okay, why don't we go over to the animation experience? We'll do that. We'll put in the DOS for the safari, and then we'll probably go. So by this point, it's getting a little hotter. We walk all the way through Animal Kingdom to the train that we only learned about a few years ago.
That's right.
To Conservation Station. And a good amount of people are going. And so we're now behind people that are just enjoying their trip and taking their time as they walk once we get there. And we're like, ooh, starting in 2 minutes. So once we get there, the two parties in front of us, they were like, how many? And they said 4. And they're like, oh, we have 4 seats left. And they're all sitting separate. And then they turned the rest of us away. They were like, you have to come back for the next one. And we're like, okay. So now we attempted Nomad. These are the things that we have to do at Animal Kingdom. What do you mean? This is what. So after that, yeah, luckily once you get off the train coming back, the safari is right there. So we went on to the safari. I went live on the IGs on the safari. And not many animals out because of the heat and the time of day. But, saw some, and it's always good to be on the safari. And we ended the day there. I will say, I do feel like I got a good amount of time in Animal Kingdom because I think we were walking out at about 12:45. We got in, though, at 8:30, I think.
Solid.
And the night before, I didn't mention that we ate at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Oh, that counts.
So that counts.
That's like a full day.
Exactly. It's basically a full day. So, yeah, that was my time at Animal Kingdom.
I also texted Jen that day, are you not considering going back into the park later in the day because you have the 1 day per, 1 day per park, whatever the heck it's called? And
Correct.
You said
no. And we wouldn't regardless. Listen, also the Dillo DNA was coming out of these kids before we even went to Nomad. They were like, all right, we're we can go. We're like, we haven't even been on the safari yet. Hold on. Let's really plan out. We still got time. No, you know what? And I don't think I have done that. Drinks.
There's a place to get a drink. Is that
yeah. I have not done that.
Nate also saying, did you tell them who you were? You know Adam, for goodness sake. Listen, people are onto him about his smoke detector, and not the same.
That is true. I did not. I obviously told no one at any point during this trip who I was. So.
All right. So before you wrap up here on your Animal Kingdom stuff, I'm going to drop the link into the Discord for folks to join on the second part of this episode, which is about the holiday parties, which if you're listening on July 17th, maybe we booked our parties yesterday. Did we? Hopefully, I think. Yeah. So that link is now available in our one-channel Discord, which, of course, is part of our Patreon. Memberships beginning as low as $1 per month. DillosDizResort.com is the place to go to get access to that $1 one-channel Discord. Jen, wrapping it up here on the AK.
Yeah, Lexi is saying I need to ask me about my Disney podcast tea. That literally makes me so nervous. And the idea to invite the conversation to me, no thank you.
I mean, that would be a good exercise for us, I think.
Oh, God. For you, I don't. No, thank you.
Yeah, I do. I'm not scared of it. I just don't like it.
I'm not scared of it. I just don't like it. Yeah.
do you foresee a time when Encanto and Indiana Jones is open? You spending more time there?
More time. I don't know. I think, I'll go back and see those things. Will it possibly replace Flight of Passage? Because I have a feeling I might not be going on that again for a while. Maybe. I've seen the Lion King show now, so it just might replace other things, I guess. Yeah. They said, or they all need a shirt to say, ask me about my friend's Disney podcast. Yeah.
I mean, I've been thinking about shirt options as now we've been in more and thinking about the meetup mode the last 7 days or so. But putting that on the back of the t-shirt is interesting, just for giggles, for at least one of the days that we're around.
Yeah.
That would be.
And I am thinking about all these episodes we have. I don't know if we want to just do like any kind of dining as its own separate thing, perhaps, because as I'm thinking through things, like I could go into that night, but maybe I'll hold off on that for now. And wait.
Because we have an Epcot day to do. That was your final day. The in-between day was at #AlwaysMGM.
Correct.
And then you did a pseudo resort day on your final day.
And Disney Springs.
And Disney Springs. So.
And Port Orleans.
Did you do Disney Springs on your final day too?
Yeah.
Everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, on Saturday. Well, Saturday was like our resort day, Disney Springs night.
Yeah.
Also over to Port Orleans. And then Sunday was kind of like a bonus day that we turned into something else that we'll talk. Yeah, so we have about 7 weeks of content. So don't worry about it, everybody.
Yeah, we also have a interview scheduled, hopefully for this summer release. This interview probably taking place this week. The book After Disney by Neil O'Brien is out. And we should be interviewing Neil sometime in the future here for a podcast release this summer as well. So I'm teasing that before the interview, not diluting the expectations. Way to go, me. Okay, so Nate is here. We're going to let Nate in, but the link is in the Discord for anyone to jump in and join. Hi, Nate.
Hi, Nate.
Oh, we lost Nate.
Just froze.
Nate out. Nate, goodbye.
Nate is back down in the green room. As we await everyone else. Oh, now there are 2 Nates in our green room right now.
I'm going to go with the one where the camera is moving. Nate, hello.
Oh my gosh, I backed out because I was scared. Look, I'm wearing my shirt.
I like it.
Oh, I like it on the blue.
I do like the blue as well. I was about to say the same thing.
I was writing in the message saying I can't stay. I have to leave. But I wanted to say hi.
Oh, thanks for saying hi, Nate.
Yes.
Nate, are you ready to buy? Because we know what happened with your party tickets last year. Hi, Dr. Val. Welcome.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you?
Nate, we might have to get Brittany. We probably should have had Brittany on this episode to discuss. Hi, Lewis.
I know. I will catch up on what's happening, but my son and wife are putting dinner together.
Okay.
And I will be leaving shortly.
All right.
And they can't wait till 10 or 11 o'clock at night to eat?
Oh, I can
All right,
stay.
say hi to
I've been told I can stay.
Say hi to Jefferson Lightkeeper and TPR. Theme Park Rob is here.
Look at this party. This is an ultimate pedal session.
Who's buying Nate's ticket on Wednesday?
Thank you. Thank you.
We have to go back!
Bringing in all the bumpers today. So officially the pedal session is in order. Thanks for joining us, Nate.
Gavel.
Sure.
This is the only part, because we have stayed at Pop the last 2 times, and these are pedal sessions. It's like, so we're not staying at Pop.
You don't all have backup reservations at Pop?
Does not everyone have that? What do you mean?
I mean,
Lexi, where are you? Are you driving?
No, I'm not. I'm actually under the bed with my dog because she's scared about the thunder.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm glad you're not driving because you were earlier and I saw that.
I wasn't texting though. I did not text until I got home.
Way to go. Way to go. You've come a long way in these couple of years, Lexi.
You have.
Yes, I'm learning.
No more 7-Eleven parking lot texts happening.
All right. I want to recap last week because Jen was in Florida when all this was happening, and I was in the sheer panic because Disney Parks announced that on November 14th, the parks would be decorated for the holidays, which immediately threw the dates of the parties in jeopardy for us or anybody. I don't know. What was I just panicking about everything because we could have backup plans? Sure. But I was panicking. I'm going to admit it right here. And then the next day, they announced that the parties start on November 7th with Very Merry and November 8th with Jollywood, which was our plan all along. What about that makes sense?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Who else was freaking out like Frank?
My hand is risen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they announced all the dates, and if you have a resort booked, then on July 16th, which was yesterday, if you're listening to the audio, then for resort guests, the tickets for the holiday parties went on sale, and then for everyone else, July 22nd. So we lost Nate. He's gone.
Oh, bye, Nate.
Officially. And then, therefore, we could have our holiday party tickets in hand right now, if you're listening to the audio on July 17th. But what we need to do here is discuss the details of this meetup that is 4 months away, and we haven't said anything really about that. Yeah, 4 months. Who would like to begin?
As Frank backs away. Who wants to discuss the meetup? Anyone? Just go over here.
Just give me your flight information. I'll be there.
The driver of the Dillo's Diz meetup.
Next.
Transportation is locked in.
Well, I'm going to miss the water park day because I'll be there 2 days before everybody else to make sure that I don't miss anything.
Oh, wait, you're going to be there Saturday? Saturday before?
The Saturday before, correct.
We have to get there with. We get there Monday. So.
Oh.
Now,
You're getting in on the 2nd of November?
I think I have a reservation for Wednesday at this point, whatever day that is.
yeah, we get there Monday.
I don't have flights yet.
The 5th, which is we have a reservation for the 5th as well, correct, Jen?
Maybe. I mean,
I'll
Well, if you guys are getting the 5th, then I'll be on the 4th.
Or maybe it's
has to be there first to make sure we're actually going to show up. And
It's
so
more about me not missing out because my flight gets delayed or something. Like I circle over Daytona or the ocean. So
Is it Wednesday the 5th through Sunday the 9th that we have, Jen? Jen checks.
Are you already looking, or am I looking?
No, I'm just looking at the calendar.
Okay. It is, yeah. Well, I have multiple stays here. One of them is probably Jeffers that I'm looking at, as well as a Saratoga Spring stay. We have someone in this group who's staying there. I don't know, maybe. Is this mine? I feel like one of these is ours.
I mean, we're planning on. Do we have a budget? Because if that $229 each
God.
plus tax is true, that seems a little high for that party. I'm just saying.
So the rumors abound that the dynamic pricing, as it were, which I think typically goes right from low to high as you go closer into the season, just like Mountain does. But the rumors abound that that first opening weekend is going to be on the high side. Now it's July 17th on this audio, and we all know the answers by now. But but
we are either
on the low side, right? Jen and I have only planned for in terms of we're going for the parties. We're not going to think about anything else right now. So our brain, knowing that that's on the low side, a pair of Very Merry Christmas party tickets, a pair of Jollywood Nights tickets, is going to run us into the 700 range for the two of us. That's where I currently sit with any kind of budget.
Right. Yeah.
I think you may be underestimating that cost because Jollywood is actually typically more expensive than Very Merry.
Yeah.
There's a lot more that goes on in Jollywood, so it's worth it. But
right.
And I mean, I don't. If it's going to go up to $850, am I going to say no? Probably not. But I'm not. If it's going to be $1,000 for the 4 tickets, I probably need to have a conversation.
That's
I can save you guys 10 bucks each.
Jen's eyes look different than what Frank is saying.
Yeah,
Right, but
Well, and I was saying too, if it's the first parties, I feel like influencers have pushed those numbers and things up a little bit because so many go.
That's right.
to
We're
the
blaming
first
you,
parties.
Jen and Frank.
Yeah.
And so
I don't call myself an influencer, so it doesn't count. So
Yeah, I mean, I think 8 is. I'm hoping if we're going to go middle of the road, let's say, $200 per for 4. 800 is probably anything over 8. We probably need to talk, but
we're doing this in real time. I see the math.
But we're going to need to talk now, not when the tickets are.
What?
going.
But this is the day after. We already had all our answers.
We already know.
this is like Schrodinger's box meeting. I'm very confused.
Because I mean, like, what if it's 205?
Schrodinger's box. I love it.
All right. Let's open it to you guys. What are we all comfortable with?
$50 each. I'm good.
I mean, seriously. For sure.
I'm like, if they cost what they cost.
Ditto.
I mean, it's going to be between $200 and $230 probably. If it's below that, great.
Yeah.
If not,
If it's
I'm not
below
gonna
that,
lie.
it's basically free. So
it's
Yeah, there
basically
you
free. Yeah.
yeah.
It's
I'm
just
obviously in it.
one less drink at the Tip Top Club.
Yeah. I'm obviously in a different situation because it's in my backyard, front yard actually. But I'll be buying 6 tickets, so I'll only be buying 3 for one party and 1 for another, no matter what happens.
Yeah,
So-
I think we're gonna buy them. I mean, we barely ever say no, but
I mean-
I'm being cautious to see if anyone else is cautious. I guess.
I think the thing is the idea of doing 2 parties back to back sounds awesome, and I think this is probably like the best group to do it with and the best chance to do it with.
If you take a step back and look at what we've done in the past by buying, like, I don't know if we have plans to buy additional tickets or not, or if anybody has plans to do that. If you think of like the overall cost of the previous trips, if we don't buy the 3-day ticket or whatever the case may be, right? Like it's your overall cost compared to previous years is probably going to be lower.
Yeah.
Look, I'm selling you on it.
That Disney math just makes sense, Jeffers.
Makes sense.
Say.
So we should get a third
How
party
could you
ticket.
not do it?
However, if you take that $400, you add another few bucks to it, you got an annual pass. Then you can go many times.
I've got my renewal in my.
It's like when Homer
it's like,
Simpson.
you need to renew your pass. Email thing.
It's like when Homer Simpson finds the $20 bill. With the $20 bill, I can buy many things. The pass, you can go many times.
Yeah, so I think in the end, I mean, like I said, I'm proceeding with caution because one, we want to make the meetup happen, right? So we don't want to put anything in jeopardy because of cost. So, I mean, if everyone else is okay, we're going to be okay in the end.
We're going to be sleeping out in the cold for December, but we'll be there. Guaranteed.
We can do the campsite at Fort Wilderness if you guys want. That's fine. Camping with the Dillos? No. No.
Yes.
No.
That would be awesome.
That would be content galore. But no.
My dad has an RV. He would never let me use it, but he does have an RV.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, the RV is different. That's glamping. So
Jeffers can come to us. I can grab you and Frank, and we can drive down and grab everybody on the way.
Again, the
It's ruined his
content.
dream.
Yeah.
Actually, the tent sites are actually way more expensive than expected. They're like nearly $100, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This crown is $100.
Isn't it though? Isn't it?
And as we learned recently, you need to get a golf cart when you're there too. So that's another $100 a day
Listen,
for this many people.
I am in a little bit more, and I think I may have mentioned this before, I'm a little bit more into Fort Wilderness because of the kids and this YouTube channel they found, and they go to Fort Wilderness a lot, and you see all the decorations they have around the holidays and all the fun things they do with the carts and stuff, and I'm like, oh, well, this is cute and feels a little like old school Disney type stuff. Do I need to look into this? I mean, not right now.
It is pretty cool, and the golf carts are nice.
It would be a fun place to stay if you weren't going there for theme parks. But
it doesn't feel like Disney.
It's a long
even though we
way
were
to
in a
get to the
cabin,
theme
it
parks.
didn't feel like Disney. It felt like we were in an alternate world.
Yeah, I feel like I would want to just do like maybe Magic Kingdom only and like do the bottle launch over there and then come back and just have that kind of be like if I was gonna do Fort Wilderness, maybe I would do it that way.
Yeah, because the buses are kind of weird because they only have two. One that goes to Magic Kingdom and one that goes to all the other parks.
Oh, wow.
And it's just, I don't know, it's just a very weird layout. So, yes, the boat is the way to do it for sure.
And all the bus stops are internal, so you have to take a bus to get to the bus.
Yes. That I remember from
that's
the
a lot.
80s. Yeah.
So this is the plan for 2027?
Just the way Jeffers gets into Hoop-de-Doo finally, maybe.
Right. Hoop-de-Doo and a 5K. That's that plan. We can also do the scavenger hunt where we find my blanket that was stolen from me.
Wow. Yeah.
7 years old.
I mean, just walk around with a picture of you holding the blanket.
Have you seen it? Have you seen this blanket?
Okay. So Fort Wilderness aside, hopefully we'll all get our Very Merry tickets on the 7th. And we will get our Jollywood tickets for the 8th. Jen, did you confirm that it's the 5th or the 9th for us?
Yeah, I think so, because I think one of these dates are...
for us, yes. That should go
yeah.
back.
I'm going back to it again. 5th to 9th is confirmed.
5th to 9th. Well, and I think within, if we're going to speculate about anything else right now, and I guess part of that would be what our flight situation was, but, hopefully some of the resorts would have their holiday decor up in lobbies. We would like to do a little resort hopping.
That's why I got to come in on Tuesday.
That means you'll have to be here Monday, right?
just to be safe.
But maybe that's a Thursday situation. But I mean, before and depending on what these ticket prices are, I mean, Hoop-de-Doo does sit in my head because I think it would be interesting. Except Jen,
I had to cut it from my last trip because of 4 adult pricing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That pricing.
Yeah.
$312 for 4.
Well, that would be a badge for me, so still.
So here we are talking about a 4-hour party for $200 for one person.
That's different.
And that's 4 people eating and people,
it's a Broadway show.
People entertaining you while you eat chicken. Okay?
That's ridiculous.
I vote Hoop-de-Doo.
Yeah.
Well, I did say to Jen, I was like, I can't go another year without not seeing the parks at the holidays. It's been going on 7 for me. So I'm like, it's I feel like I got to do it in some capacity this year. So I'm glad that they decided to keep it the weekend of the 7th and the 8th.
So what days are the 2 parties? That's really all we're doing. That's extra, right?
As of this time, not knowing what the prices were on a Monday evening, our plan is and has been to go to Friday night Very Merry, Saturday night Jollywood Nights. Whatever may happen between now and then, we cannot predict.
Because every other year, we have made a plan to quote unquote only do.
Oh! Congratulations!
Wow! That's a TikTok right
What
there.
was that?
I don't know. So we're not doing it again. You only get balloons once. So quote unquote, we're only going to do X, Y, Z, and then we do 3 other things than we planned. So,
but I think with the Friday night, Saturday night party situation, it does give some time and space. We don't have to get up and go somewhere right the next morning after the Friday night party.
That hurt last year.
That did hurt.
Still hurts a little. Just quite recovered.
I think the problem
Rope
is
drop
also
with, Angela.
is that all of us are too stubborn to be like, even if we had a park ticket, to be like, oh, let's sleep in.
That's right.
Right.
Sleep
Yeah.
in.
It's true. I have a question about Jollywood. Everybody dresses up. We gotta dress. What's happening? What do we do? We gotta get all fancy. What happens?
It's definitely like 40s, 50s glam is typically what you see people doing.
Okay.
So, but there's also just people in. I mean, there's not everybody is dressed up.
Do
Like
we need,
yeah.
go ahead,
Louis, you got to dress up.
I will say this: if it's as cold then as it was in December, dressing up means I'm wearing a jacket and a hat and a coat and gloves, and I'm like this the whole night.
That's the thing. I actually got a dress from her universe that was sort of a 50s style that I thought was like, because I thought this is the first time ever, because we don't normally cosplay or anything. So that was like, I am dressing up for this. I was wearing like sweatpants underneath it and 2 shirts. I think I had 3 shirts on and underneath the dress, and then a jacket over. I mean, so it ended up being a moot point because it wasn't even a little bit cute, because I was like the Stay Puft Marshmallow person, because it was freezing.
Yeah.
When we went. So yeah.
Do we need to also then just break out in song at some point, much like the Ted Lasso Christmas episode?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Who I don't know who's taking lead on that. It's not me. But maybe that's our cosplay. Was that you? Was that you?
No, I was pointing at Jeff to point.
I think you were raising your hand.
I was thinking Lexi.
That's what you were doing. Yeah.
Oh no! Dance and singing are 2 different things.
I can assure you, it was not me.
Hand went up. It's you now. So that's it. That's how that works.
It was
on the back of the outfit. It's got to say, "Ask us about the Dillo's podcast." Right? That's what
it does not.
Or even just make it a what do they call
QR
it?
code.
QR code. People
But
be
it's
scanning it all night and going to the Dillos.
It's so much fun when we are dressed a lot, because I feel like people notice, and we can talk about you guys a lot more when we do. So if we could do T-shirts or something, I think that would be fun. Can you do a Christmas Dillos T-shirt?
We could do the Ted Lasso jersey and then wear green garland around our necks like scarves.
Okay, that I don't even think in November in Orlando those shirts are going to give us nearly enough coverage in the temperature range.
I don't know. It'll be the beginning of November. It won't be too bad.
Yeah, I don't think it won't be as bad as it was for us when
I'm going to pack my hand warmers.
I was going to say, what temperature is not so bad, Rob?
No, well, for me, it'd probably be 50.
Yeah, I remember you wearing shorts today. I was freezing.
Don't freak out, Jen.
50 is cold for me. I'm with Jen on that.
Disney cold is a different type of cold.
Onesies. We're all wearing fuzzy onesies.
Oh.
I mean,
Christmas pajamas one day. Should we do Christmas pajamas for one?
Ooh.
And then
that'd be cute.
Yeah.
I will be the camera person if we have to walk around in our pajamas. That's just not.
Louis, you say this every year, and then we get you to do it. We know you're going to wear the jammies. We know it.
Yeah.
That's not right. I mean, I could see us getting Christmas sweaters. Okay, that would be, like Dillo's core, like the
ugly sweater Dillo's edition.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
There are 2 nights though, Louis. So PJs for one night with Louis. I'm gonna get them, make sure they're extra cute, and we can all match.
Can they
so
be
the beauty of the sweater is you can wear it many times.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I want 2-piece.
I mean, I think the ugly sweaters are very merry. I think we should discuss the Jollywood a little more, because I wouldn't mind dressing up in the theme.
Well, your work outfit is Jollywood appropriate, so that's what you wear to work every day.
Mm-hmm. That's fair, but I would get something Christmassy.
Right, in a good way. I mean, Yeah.
All right, we'll
Whatever
double
everybody
back.
else wants to do.
It's definitely a fedora-worthy event.
Fedora.
Fedoras will fit
Maybe we
in
can
well.
all be
have fedoras
club.
Christmas fedoras.
with like.
What about Christmas
Blinking.
pajamas, but they like have button up so that it looks like you're dressed up, and the fedoras?
Okay.
Fancy Christmas.
Interesting.
I would do that too. I mean, I'm good on any of the options we've
I mean,
got.
that-
You find those,
exploring.
Frank, and send us a link.
Anything?
And,
Yeah. I'll do some exploring.
He does decide.
tuxedo pajamas, but Christmas.
I still talk about these Ted Lasso jerseys. I was talking about this to somebody last week. I was like, I still can't believe the deal I got on the Ted Lasso jersey. I still don't understand. Sports jerseys everywhere are so expensive. How did we get affordable Ted Lasso AFC Richmond jerseys?
Sometimes it's best not to ask.
Yeah, that's true.
If we're looking for like pajama pants, can we see about them being actually flannel in case it's like going to be freezing?
Yeah, I think that's
the only way, Lexi.
Okay, all right. Because I know some of the print stuff. Because my brother got like a sweater last year, and it looked like a sweater, but it was very much the exact same material as the Lasso jerseys.
Oh yeah.
No, I think a flannel is an option.
I mean, I do think if we go the dress up route, that I'm going to follow in Val's footsteps and get one of those fancy dresses because I'm all about an excuse to get one of those. So
We'll post the poll. Do you want to do the pajamas or the fancy? Maybe we'll have to put that up.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think I liked your idea, Frank, of doing something more casual, something fun and casual for Very Merry and then dressing up for Jollywood. Sounded good.
All right. We'll
look at all this planning. It's basically decided. It's basically.
Let's just say we're usually having this conversation about September in the same month. We're 2 months ahead.
Look at this. We're getting so good at this.
Yeah, but we don't know what we haven't bought tickets yet.
Minor details.
Everyone start knocking on wood.
Mm-hmm. Save a couple of bucks. Hope for that 190 to 199 range.
I would be more. How about we start at 160? Let's let's hope it's $300.
Yeah.
No, lower.
No, but if we hope it's 200 and it's 180, it's like, ooh, we saved money.
True.
That's true. Disney math.
Then we can add night to our
Disney
hotels.
math.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap things up here on the Theme Park Thursday podcast and this emergency Petals session regarding the Very Merry Christmas Party, Jollywood Nights, and our planned meetup for this November 2025. We'll be back with more, again, trip reports all throughout the summer. Epcot, we got Hollywood Studios, #AlwaysMGM. We got dining to talk about. We got resort days and Disney Springs to talk about, all the things. Until next time, she's Jen, I'm Frank. Everyone's here at the resort. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye. Aloha.
The Dillo's Diz podcast is hosted by Frank Cardillo and Jen Cardillo Snyder. Music produced by Matt Harvey. Logos and video production courtesy of Snidillo Studios. Dillo's Diz Resort is our Patreon with tiers starting as low as $1 per month. You can visit dillosdizresort.com to learn more. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, X Twitter, and Facebook at Dillo's Diz. Check us out on YouTube by visiting youtube.com/DillosDiz. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there. We also have merch available on TeePublic and Etsy. For all this and more, visit our one-stop shop, dillosdiz.com. Dillo's Diz Podcast 2025.